9 members of parliament were today sworn in as ministers of state. From the 9, 4 members were those that defected to the opposition on November 13 but made a return on Wednesday. And the remaining 5 are those that stood the test of time and stayed with Marape throughout the 5 weeks. Marape thanked the 52 members of parliament who were with him since November 13th and for their selfless acts in allowing others to be given ministerial portfolios over them.
Politics can be played, but with due consideration to the welfare and stability this country needs. And today, let me appreciate the Honourable Basil and the 17 other members of parliament who, after the 4 weeks of contest, they finally appreciated what was at stake. What was at stake was reform agenda or remaining at the status quo that has held us back in the last 45 years. The reform agenda we were mooting is not a James Marape agenda. It's an agenda that belongs to correct thinking Papua New Guineans who want to make a change for the better in our country.
He also welcomed back Basil and said from experience, Basil only did what every senior member of parliament would have done in their bid to get the top post, and he as Prime Minister and a senior member of parliament understood this.
And so, as I've always been saying, every leaders have their moments, they make their choices, and he did no wrong. His party and his ideology is and the worldview is same as mine. So after he went there and they possibly find no traction in Crown Camp, he came back. I said, brother, the vacancy still remains. So as I said, no big offense to me or anyone. He's got every right and entitlement as a senior politician in our country to have a bid for the prime ministership. Didn't happen. The next base available is Deputy Prime Minister, still vacant.
Basil thanked Marape and looks forward to working through till 2022.
And I say thank you, and that we will now be partners, and we will now be partners with the government and the coalition in government to support Prime Minister all the way to 2022 to implement the policies. And then we're looking forward for the major announcement on Sunday of how Prime Minister will structure our policies going towards 2022.
Marape said he now has a full 33-man cabinet, including himself, and will work to deliver on government priorities.
This body of 32 fine ministers we've appointed, most of them first-timers, about 5 or 6 now first-time as ministers. We want to give them portfolios for not just window dressing, but portfolios where they could actually start to assist me reconstructing the PNG that we all want for our country. And so we will take Saturday off in rest and worship and meditation and thinking about who goes where. We will take Sunday off, and hopefully in the Sunday press, in consultation with Deputy Prime Minister, in consultation with the senior members I have, including Sir John Pundari, who's very, very instrumental in making this government reconstructed. We'll have all these consultations, and we will present a portfolio lineup that is reflective of work that must be done in 2021 in preparation for 2022 and beyond.
Meantime, the 9 newly sworn-in ministers and other government ministers left for Lolowata this afternoon. The Prime Minister will call a press conference on Sunday to announce the ministerial portfolios of the 9 newly sworn-in members of parliament and also announce his government's blueprint for the next 2 years. Ruth Rungula, National EMTV News.